Repsol Honda, now Suzuki has sadly disbanded. How was your winter break, mate? I'm sure batteries fully charged and ready for 2023.
Short and sweet, wasn't it? We're ready to go for a brand new season, and one of them, it does say on your screen there, the World Championship this season. He will be alongside the World Champion next year.
If you're this has a feel of Christmas morning, doesn't it? All the new liveries, all the changes of teams. Well, here's our last winner in 2022, just 2 days ago here at the Ricardo Tormo Circuit in Valencia. And what to the Hondas next year? This is just some photos being done, some photo ops.
Giannini meeting his new colleagues. We saw him walking around the paddock yesterday when some of us did have to pop into the Ricardo Tormo Circuit for a little bit of pose. It's going to be one of the most exciting stories of next season and make a 2-year step in terms of
Bagnaia and between Giannini. Well, this is what this day is all about, isn't it, in many respects? The first of the 2023 World Championship.
This afternoon, about how long ago it felt when we talked about Honda at the early part of the season in pre-season testing and then in the opening Grand Prix in Qatar. We thought they'd cracked it with their brand new motorcycle, a radically different machine that we saw for the first time back at Misano. Lasquez said this motorcycle doesn't necessarily play to my strengths, but we'll get there in the end. And in the end, it all unraveled as the season went on. Marc Marquez had to take an injury layoff for one more surgery on that injured humerus bone. So from Honda's point of view, there are reasons to be optimistic in that they're going to have hopefully a fully fit Marc Marquez going into next season. Of course, this time last year, he was suffering once again with the diplopia, so hopefully once again, motorcycle. And as you saw there on screen a moment ago, a new teammate for Marc Marquez, a dream team at Repsol Honda with 2 world champions, Marc Marquez and the 2020 MotoGP champion, Joan Mir.
Pol Espargaro going back home in many respects, isn't he? Back in 2014 with the Tech 3 team. That was when they were running Yamahas. 22. It started in such great fashion, as Lewis mentioned, that podium finish on the Repsol Honda in Qatar. Do you remember RC16? It's his baby, isn't it, in many respects? Going back to, well, he's got unfinished business.
Big stories from the year, Yamaha struggles and in the end losing that satellite team, which essentially now is in a prettier back squad. As Joan Mir gets ready to pose for the photographs. And Mir at his best. It will be a day of learning really for him on the Honda. He's had arm pump issues in the latter stages of this season. Joan Mir now a rep.
The pit lane will open at 9:30 AM local time, so very, very quickly we'll have the green light at the end of pit lane. Our coverage for the morning and early afternoon session then goes from 9:30, and then we'll be back on air to bring you the final 3 hours of MotoGP track action in 2022. 2:30 PM local time we'll be back live. They informed us pre-weekend that you will not see the final version of the GP23 until the final test that concludes our pre-season opener in Portimao. The season will be all about
into the Red Bull KTM factory racing box, and Jack Miller is their new rider, of course, after a long association with Ducati. Jack Miller, last time we saw him